finding the area of a triangle. Jiwoo solves it quickly, pointing out this is a middle school problem, but Hak Sung tells him he's wrong by drawing a full circle around the triangle. Feeling tricked, Jiwoo thinks it's unfair because Hak Sung has given him the wrong question, but Hak Sung's point is that he's approaching problem solving the wrong way. Yes, finding the answer it's important, but understanding what the question is, that's what is even more important. Math is all about the process of finding a solution. When Jiwoo shows an understanding of the concept, Hak Sung calls it Epsilon as he has a flashback of how a younger he and a friend received a fancy pen as a prize for their academic success. Epsilon means small and insignificant, trivial even. After the class is over, since Jiwoo still doesn't have a place to go, Hak Sung allows him to stay with him. Jiwoo discovers that Hak Sung loves listening to classical music on an old cassette player, so they chat about classical composers for a while, which helps Hak Sung avoid Jiwoo's questions about his past. The cassette is worn out and has a bad sound quality, so Jiwoo plays the songs on his phone, the quality of which fascinates Hak Sung and helps him sleep deeply for the first time in ages. In fact, he stays in bed until late the next morning, and when he wakes up, Jiwoo has already left for class. Mr. Kim has some important news for his math students. Instead of having finals, his class will participate in the prestigious Pythagoras math competition, which will count as their exam. The teens aren't happy about this since they only have 2 months to practice, but Mr. Kim expects them all to win gold. Jiwoo goes to see Hak Sung every day for math classes, and Boram begins noticing how often Jiwoo purchases strawberry milk, almost as if he was an addict. One evening, there's a particularly hard exercise that Jiwoo needs to know the technique to solve, but Hak Sung explains he expects him to add it all up manually. 3 hours later, Jiwoo manages to solve it, so Hak Sung shows him something special. Famous mathematician Bernhard Riemann calculated 38 decimals of the square root of 2 by hand to become intimate with the solving process, which you can't do by just memorizing a formula. This is greatly helpful when it comes to a better understanding of math. Hak Sung refuses to tell Jiwoo if his answer is right or wrong because his homework will be to discover it himself. That's the job of a